Hi everyone, today is my story about the beautiful tea estate name of Glasgow. I think this name imitated by English ruler from Scotch England. Okay, I will show they have the tea factory and beautiful waterfall. Maybe the tea factory not allowed to filming if I taken the permission. If they again accept, I will show to how to manufacturing tea everything. Okay. By the way, I will show like a tea garden and a beautiful waterfall. You can see that this is the tea field, beautiful and the huge. Uh, I cannot filming all tea garden because the maybe it is so far away. What is the possible? I will show to in Sri Lanka everywhere tea. Okay, here is the map. Tea factory which side, the bungalow and staff cottage, lower division, upper division, Glasgow waterfall. Going to good. This is the name. Okay, here we go to first. I think I will go to waterfall. This is waterfall, but this is dry season. That's why not much more water. However, you can see the train bridge. You can see the Hindu temple here, small. People are coming worship here. And this is the waterfall. Now, because without water, not beauty. Some rainy season, the very beauty water flashing down like a uh, like a drizzle and lot of water with. Very beautiful here. You can see they are the factory. This is the Glasgow factory. So all manufacturing process for tea export. The laborers are bring more tea for here, and I will go and ask the permission for the video inside. Yes, you can see everywhere tea. No, not noise, very beautiful. Everywhere is tea workers. I think the world the best place here. I like the super nature, not any noise like a vehicle noise or the factory noises. You can hear bird chirping. Here the tea culture in Sri Lanka, the English government, like 150 year ago, they thought they think they want to do business like tea, want to export. They brought two workers from India, like a slave. They brought and they stable here, shelter everything. After the fixing home and they are fixing the tea garden. After they did the great business, they growing tea and they sent to abroad, around the world. After independence, Sri Lanka got independent. They abandoned all landmark in Sri Lanka. After our government Sri Lanka, they doing now the tea garden maintains tea garden, the workers, everything. Uh, Now I think a lot of tea garden abandoned. Sri Lankan government not care much more. There's some tea garden they're protecting and doing business. What English did phenomenal. They did awesome. They have a lot of they have the Sri Lanka. They grow the everywhere the tea garden. They make good money. You see. It's Sri Lankan people love English government. They are organizing super well. They are they have the road creation, irrigation system, and the train tracks, and they're protecting our landmarks. But I don't know, a lot of people love English government, but around the world, other countries, so under the kingdom of the English government, there are a lot of countries not like. But Sri Lanka here, a lot of people like the English government. They speaking English too. It have some name. They not change the names, but same name. They creating like a the road's name, like a St. Anderson Road. It's still like 150 years since they using same name. Some churches you can see in Sri Lanka. It's my next video maybe. I will show the oldest churches here. They're very beautiful, all like design like a English system. You can see tea workers working here. Okay, I going to inside the garden round. I noticed one guava tree. This is guava tree, but I think it's now, I think it's now off season. Okay, you know how to manufacture tea. Okay, this is the tea leaves, like they're flicking like this. Okay, they sent into factory, they put in the dry process, other things. It's maybe my next video. I will show how to do the manufacturing tea. This upper side you can see the mountain. There's some forest. English trollers the quarter of country up to all forest deforested, all tree cut off, and they build the tea garden like this. And some of the forest they protect and they keep him for the work for they use the for the firewoods for the manufacturing tea process. They have built like 100 years ago. It's not far like nowadays. That's why they're using much more firewoods for the dry for the tea leaves. Okay, would you like cup of tea? I like cup of tea, but European more people like the coffee, but English people like cup of tea, half of like a 45%. European more consuming coffee, and around the world the more consuming tea. Okay, the second of water. The more people around the world drinking tea, and that's why in Sri Lanka government they're exporting to abroad tea. They're earning much more money for the exporting business. But previous in Sri Lanka, the best tea seller in the world, like 20-30 years ago, number one ranking. I think right now Kenya and Sri Lanka fourth or fifth best place. Uh, here, and you can see the Sri Lanka half of map. They have the mountainside, all tea garden. They here have plenty of workers. Finally, I met one tea flacker from male. Maybe a lot of female sexes and they're doing nowadays than doing the man like a previous like a English government, and like 20 years ago a lot of hard work they're doing. Nowadays they have the machinery much more. That's why they use the tea flackers for the man. A lot of women's doing this job. They are like a hand, like a machine. You can see the necessary on picking the tea leaves 40 kilo for the day salary. But it's a little bit difficult. There are the leeches, the raining situation, any situation they want to picking the 40 kilo tea. Okay, we're going to end. Okay, this I'm going to my bike. You can see final shot. You can see how organized this tea garden, like a proper. Exactly, It's one way how many trees plant, and some tea higher than this, because the each year, like each harvesting finish, they cut and they take in a lot of spread to other leaves that easy to growing tree, but tree not going high, because you can see other tree higher than this. They're protecting this wind season, other side fertilizing everything, they protect this. But each places you cannot see like that, but there are different kind of varieties, they are protect different kind of technique using. But this tea growing on the top of Sri Lanka mountain, they have the plenty of exporting for the Russia or other European country. You can see you can see other uh, let me tell me. Okay, you can see other places have the expensive tea. They growing in Sri Lanka landmark a little bit down south. They have the expensive tea. They're not plenty of tea. They are like a little bit. Okay, you can see nobody here. Very beautiful, not noise. Previous other Sri Lankan names, under the English government, they use Ceylon, maybe cinnamon. We have this spicy, well, best spicy in Sri Lanka. Cinnamon, curry leaves, a lot of spicy. I will show the next some videos. The Sri Lankan spicy. Little bit difficult to decline. You think this labor how to hard working here since childhood? It since working, they practice day by day. They can do easily. It's us too difficult because we are occasionally coming here. I have not mind to go back to home. Here is very peaceful. So now I'm here. Like I put in this chair and sit, and we can set the isolation here. We can 100% touch the nature. Okay, I'm going to end my video here, but next video I will show to how to manufacture tea inside the factory. Okay, we're going to end. Okay, this I'm going to my bike. You can see final shot. You can see how organized this tea garden, like a proper. Exactly, it's one way how many tea trees plant, and some tea higher than this, because the each year, like each harvesting finish, they cut and they take in a lot of spread to other leaves that easy to growing tree, but tree not going high, because you can see other tree higher than this. They're protecting this wind season, other side fertilizing everything, they protect this. But each places you cannot see like that, but there are different kind of varieties, they are protect different kind of technique using. But this tea growing on the top of Sri Lanka mountain, they have the plenty of exporting for the Russia or other European country. Okay, you can see other places have the expensive tea. They growing in Sri Lanka landmark a little bit down south. They have the expensive tea. They're not plenty of tea. They are like a little bit. You think this labor how to hard working here since childhood? It since working, they practice day by day. They can do easily. It's us too difficult because we are occasionally coming here. I have not mind to go back to home. Here is very peaceful. So no one here. Like I put in this chair and sit, and we can set the isolation here. We can 100% touch the nature. Okay, I'm going to end my video here, but next video I will show to how to manufacture tea inside the factory. That not for permission to filming. I want to take the special permission. I will, if I take, I will show to exactly where to how to machine doing the jobs, the labor inside rush, how to they will doing everything. Okay, thank you for watching my video. Send you the support view. Next video I will show to everything in Sri Lanka, how to workers doing places. They have the what kind of the weather we have,